Hello everyone, welcome. Jennifer from Sun Dragon Paper and Lace here, and thank you for joining me today in a Craft With Me series of creating this journal. So far I put in signatures here and they are a little bit wonky, so we are going to cover that, but they are pretty much straight internally. One signature was a little bit shorter, so I think that's why this came out this way. And but otherwise everything looks really good. The papers, the alignment, everything is straight. I'm happy with the arrangement of the papers, and now I just want to decorate some blank pages. Don't want to cover up too many pages because I'd like to leave some journaling space for the recipient. And also I wanted to add some ephemera pieces. Let's get started. So I've downloaded some digitals from Raindrop Lila. There's a couple of kits that she has. It's gosh, I forgot. I'll have to put the name of the kits in the description below. But a lot of these digitals are from Raindrop Lila. This is just one of this is a tarot card. These are a couple of tarot cards of my own. I wanted to decorate a little, add some embellishments on that. This is an envelope here from Raindrop Lila in one of her kits. And here's a master board that I've cut up. I'm going to make this into a journaling card. And these are journaling cards from Raindrop Lila's kits. This here, the only one that's not from Raindrop Lila is Sam Poole's Haberdashery kit. And I made this little thing here out of one of those haberdashery cards. You're supposed to add buttons to them, but instead I just kind of did this and painted it. And I thought maybe I'd do the same on here, but make them bigger swatches instead of such small ones. But I think the small ones were kind of cute. And then I just decorated this flash card, added lace to make a pocket, and got a little journaling card with that we can put in here in that gap right there. Okay, so I think what I want to do is I want to back this to make it a little bit stronger. I don't know what kind of weight paper this is. I thought this was cardstock, but apparently I was mistaken. So let me back it with some paper. This is from Raindrop Lila. It's one of her kits there. I think I'm gonna back it with maybe this, but I don't like the color of this showing. And this paper is too thin, so let me find something else here. This paper, this looks good. Maybe something like that. And I don't want to make it too big because I want to make sure that it fits into the book. But then in the same sense, I kind of want the watercolor showing it as well. So what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to tear this like this. However, I can't have this backed because, sorry about the dog, can't have this backed because then there wouldn't be any journaling space. So let's try something else. Need something stronger, of course. So perhaps like a book page or something. Let me see if I can find a book page. I apologize. I wasn't more prepared. Let's see. Here's some paper that's strong. This is from I think this is from a farmer's journal. So, and the color of the paper looks really nice. So I'll go ahead and let's do that. Maybe do it this way. This way. And then I'll just cut it like right along here. So Jackson is barking at my husband right now, who is outside doing some yard work. And I don't know why he has this need to bark when I'm filming. He was just in here, all nice and quiet, until I start filming, and he had to go to the living room and start barking. And the sad thing is you know, it's not like it's an alert of something important. No, it's something that it's his own dad that he's barking at. So sometimes he can be quite annoying. I apologize for that. And really, you know, pardon the expression, but he's not fully a full butthead. Sorry about the expression, but sometimes, you know, he fits that description to a T, like right now. Right now, he's really fulfilling that description. Okay. That really doesn't matter if this is straight or not, because I'm going to grunge this up. I'm going to shabby it up. And how I like to shabby things up is I make this, I shabby it up with my inker. And let's see. One of these days, his alert is going to be for real, and I won't take him seriously. Just tear this up a little bit. So how's everyone doing? Gosh, I'm sorry I didn't ask how everyone is doing. Thank you, by the way, new subscribers. Thank you for joining me today. I like to do these craft with me's. Don't have any crafters in where I live right now that are into junk journaling. I think the majority of crafters they'll probably do card greeting cards, maybe even scrapbooking still. I'm not 100%, but even if it was a scrapbooker, I would be able to, I mean, I would love to get together with them, but haven't been able to connect with anyone here. So I'm reaching out to those of you who like to craft, who like junk journals, who have that commonality with junk journaling. Join in, have some coffee, tea, and let's craft together. Any ideas, viewpoints, recommendations are always welcome. Again, I mean, I've been a paper crafter for many, many years. It started out with greeting cards and stamping. I used to be a close to my heart representative, kind of like Stampin' Up rep. So I did like I think Close to My Heart did a lot of the clear acrylic stamps. And yeah, I really enjoyed that when scrapbooking was really big. And now I'm on, and then I got into art journaling, and then that evolved into junk journaling. And so far, junk journaling has been my joy at this time. I just love I love the organic way of making things. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm one of those people that tend to want to have things really, really perfect. Junk journaling has helped me be more free with my artwork and let loose, as opposed to being so so regimented in my process. So right now I'm looking for some watercolor paint to paint on here, and since this theme is kind of like a bluish greenish in this journal, I think I want to try that kind of a color. So I want more blue than green, that's for sure. I think this is gold. Yes. And I like to use this kind of a brush for doing this because, well, it's just easier. It's easier than trying to. I always do things on the fly. I don't ever plan. Like I don't mass make, which does make things a little bit hard. But I also, feel that I'm freer to create this way. So let me get some palette paper. And I like to use this paper for watercolor because I also then, when the watercolor dries and everything, I like to use the paper in my journals too. Oh, I didn't realize this is a little metallic. That's okay. I have been trying real hard to work on my Etsy shop. It's been tough getting back into this, back into the swing of things because once you are out of sync, it seems that, you know, getting back in seems harder. Since I was hacked, it's been really hard to get all things joined up and lined up again. Right now, I still feel a little disjointed, and but slowly getting there. This Sam Poole's haberdashery kit is really cute. It looks really great with buttons. But right now I am kind of out of buttons, but I also wanted to use her card as part, you know, it's just a really neat type of a card to do some journaling on the back. And then I'll probably put some decoration on the back too after this dries. So I'm going to put this aside to dry, and we'll go back to that. Let me put this watercolor will dry too on here, and then you can even reactivate it with water again, and it'll be Jackson, what is the matter with you? You silly boy, you just want attention all the time. That's all you want, is just attention, isn't it? I don't know what you want. Don't know what you want. Daddy's doing the yard work. You can't go out there right now. No. Okay. So, onward to the next. This here, excuse me. So I made this. This was inspired by Donna at Twisted Paper Studio. Hello, Donna. She does this Twisted Tool Tuesday. In fact, I think I'm going to hashtag this in the description. So I was following her Twisted Tool Tuesday, and one of her videos had stenciling, where she took some of the spackle and different types of paint onto the spackle, or ink and acrylic and watercolor, and then ink, and then mixed it with a spackle, and then did stenciling on paper. And I think she does have a video also with chalk paint. And I have some really, really old chalk paint. It's, let me try to get it up here. It's from the Americana Decor. And this is old. This was, I was working on a side table, like an end table. And I used, before I saw Donna's video, I used this just as a paste to do stenciling. And it's thick enough to where you can spread it onto a stencil and it'll be okay. But this time I mixed some of it in with the spackle, this stuff here. The spackling, and I mixed it, the color in with a little bit of the spackle, and it seemed to make it a lot lighter and fluffier, and it's a little bit more flexible. So yeah, it works really well, and it looks very pretty. I love the dark gray with the color against the ledger paper. And now I just need to, I added what she did. She had, for her gold, I forgot what she used. Yeah, I can't remember what she used, but I used pigment sticks. And this one is all smashed into this little jar, but let me show you. Let me see if I can find a big old. So I do a lot of encaustic artwork, and in this encaustic artwork you use these pigment sticks. So to, you know, create different different designs or painting or whatnot, and then you you use your heat or torch to melt everything together and blend everything together. So what I did is, with the RNF pigment sticks, this one is Ancient Gold, I put it into a jar like this, and then I just used my finger and applied those pigment sticks. Now there are so many ways to do that gold. There's just paint, acrylic paint, metallic. Make sure you get the metallic kind, not just when you do order it. I made a mistake one time and ordered gold acrylic paint, and it just came out exactly that, just a gold color and not metallic that we love to use in our journals. So make sure your gold paint is a metallic paint. But anything will, Jackson, please. Anything will work as far as paint, watercolor, acrylic. You can even use gilding wax. There's gilding wax. I think this here, haven't used this in a while. Yeah. So that's the gilding wax there. You can take a brush and brush things on, or your finger. So, and that's how we get that gold effect, and I really like it. I love how that turned out. The hard part is now trying to find a spot for it. And where am I going? Because I'm going to have to tear it unless I make this, I back this onto a card and make it a tag, which then would not fit in here unless I want it peeking out. So I think I will put this aside. So for now, this tarot card, I'm not a tarot card reader, so I don't know what they all mean, but I love the artwork in a lot of them. And some of these are reprints from old-time tarot cards. These are reproductions. They're very, very pretty. So, but I think what I'm gonna do is add some lace to it. Just a little bit of an embellishment. Nothing too fancy. Just want to make it, give it a little bit of something. Cut that and put that there. Yeah. And oh, my tacky glue. My Fabri-Tac kind of went crazy there. Nice thing about Fabri-Tac is that when it dries, it it's kind of rubberized, you know, it's a silicone. So when it dries, it doesn't dry hard or brittle to where most glues that do dry, they dry hard and brittle, and then they break off. They can easily break off. There, so that gives it a little bit something. I think that looks good there. Let me do another one. Something different this time. Like right there. That looks good to me. I have so much lace. And you know, the funny thing, the most viewed video I have is my Craft With Me on my skinny lace snippet roll. And I've noticed that there are so many people that are very much into lace, especially old vintage lace, and they use it in their work because it is a perfect decor, really. It's a great embellishment, and it just goes so nicely with any type of style, whether it be shabby chic, vintage romance, Victorian, or grunge. It doesn't matter. I mean, lace just seems to go with everything. And you can color it. You can, you can easily dye it. And it just is a nice tool to use. Okay. That still looks a little plain to me. So let me add something else. Something like that. Maybe. I don't know. Like that. Then it'll cover up. I want it. This kind of height is hidden. Well, here's some blue, but it doesn't go with the card. Let me go in here. Forgive me while I peruse through my scraps here. I need something rectangular, or at least close to being rectangular, or something like that. Okay, that'll have to do, because I don't want you guys to get bored and just watch me peruse through and try to find the right type of lace. I just want to say I appreciate those of you who comment. It just makes me feel not so alone, like I'm, hoping that people are watching and listening and feel like they're getting something out of this video. Okay. So I have this. Let's put all this away. So my husband and I are going to go to watch a movie today. We're going to go watch The Beekeeper with Jason Statham. I'll let you know how it turns out. Okay, yeah, I wanted to go ahead and put this to maybe down in here and here like that. Yeah, that looks pretty. Okay, I'm going to keep this blank for journaling space. Journaling space, maybe cover something here. Oh, you know what I can do? Maybe I can do this. That's, no. Maybe here, at least part of it. Like that. How about, yeah, how about I make this a very large belly band. Let's tear a piece. If it'll let me tear a piece, it'll be a little crooked, but that's okay. Have it sticking out a little bit. And then I'll stick a card or a note or something in there. So, yeah, I like that. Okay. It's better than, I think this idea is better than trying to make it into a tag, because it's a little, it's not as, sturdy, I guess. It's a little fragile. I don't want, the more use you have on it, you know, by writing in the back and everything, it will, I think more bits will come off. But this way, you know, you're not manipulating it so much. You're not writing on it or writing on the back. There'll just be a note in the back here. So maybe what I can do is put a little something that sticks out a little bit. And do I have that straight? Might be a little crooked. There. There. Okay. There we go. I'll wait for that to dry a little bit. Yeah, I think that looks pretty right there. Maybe I will cover this with one of Raindrop Lila's background papers. Or Ladies. Isn't she beautiful, guys? I'm trying to find the perfect spot for her. But this, I think this would look very pretty up against, layered up against that. I have these prints. They may not look as vibrant to you because I have these printed on vintage paper. So just a heads up on that. The vintage paper does make it, the colors a little bit more muted. Which is how I like it anyway, because it gives it more of a vintage feel. Like this. Or should I put that in the middle? I like it like that because I like this part right here, how that looks like that. I should have cut this a little bit wider, but you know, the writing doesn't go all the way. So maybe there's something else. Maybe I can find a bigger piece with writing on it. But I'm going to hang on to this because Because here, I found one. Because just in case I couldn't find another one. I'm really liking the blue grayish colors these days. Like in this printable, it's a grayish blue. And it just goes perfect with the vintage papers that I have. Okay, I have to... Downside to these vintage papers is they can be fragile, but I'm really surprised that my printer is taking the print, you know, the actual paper, and printing on them without jamming. That's quite impressive. Okay, that should be good. Let me put that. Do that. And then that way, oh, that looks so pretty. I love that against the ledger, vintage ledger, and then open it up and I feel like this is too white, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip a card. Something, you know, right here. I'll just clip it right here or somewhere. So that's what I will do. Let me glue this part here and grunge this up a little bit. Let's straighten this. If I am off camera, I apologize. I'm just folding this. And then I am gonna glue this with a dryer glue rather than a wet glue, because I don't want this paper to wrinkle when I apply it. Oops, I guess I need more glue. Okay. Excuse my head. If my head's in the way, I apologize. There's that. Just trying to straighten this part here. Okay, all right, let's just edge that a little bit and do that over here too. There. And then I can maybe put something here. Oh, let me do this. Whoops. That's okay. We like it ripped. There we go. Maybe even do like this, do that. So it looks like I meant to do that. There we go. Okay. Now I can add maybe a piece of ephemera. Let's cut this up here. This is a printable. I scanned this in. I got these checks, canceled checks, French receipts, I think maybe. They might be French receipts from French, oh my goodness, French Louisa from Something About French. I will have to link her description. I gotta get better at that. Get better at doing these. Oh God, that's so beautiful. She doesn't fit though. I want to put her on a card and then have this fit right here. That would be so beautiful. How am I going to do that? I like these flowers too. Well, maybe, okay. Maybe what I'll do is this. I'll have to trim her down to size. Let's do that. And do this. Darn. Okay. Have to sacrifice. It's a bummer. That's better. And then now I'm going to back her onto a piece of ephemera. Maybe something like that. Like that. And then she can be a journaling card. God, the colors. Oh, I just love that. Just love these colors. I think I'm going to trim that piece here. So I can't make her too wide because she needs to fit in here, but I can make her a little bit longer. What do I want? Which side do I want peeking? All right, let's do it. Oh, I did it too short. Maybe I can wrap this around like this on the other side. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. And maybe leave that peeking out a little bit. And tear this a little bit here. Okay, this glue is just about done. So I'm going to have to get another glue stick. But I love this glue. It's nice and soft, like butter. Smells wonderful. Okay, how was I going to do this now? Why does this not look right? Is this how? Okay. Like that. Okay. And no, that's why it didn't look right. It wasn't enough. So I'm just gonna have to do this. There. All right, let's see. There we go. Does it close? All right, we got it. Finally. That looks really pretty though. I like that. I like how this looks on here. Need to get a clip. Let's see, what kind? I've got so many. If ever you needed to rust up your clips, there's lots and lots of tutorials out there. Oh, this is pretty. Oh, actually, this one. This rose. Yes. There are plenty of tutorials out there. Oh, how gorgeous. I love it. I love that. All right. Well, so far, let's see. We decorated this page. We did this kind of a journaling spot. We decorated this page. And we added embellishments to these tarot cards. Okay. Great. So there's going to be a part 4 of Craft With Me series, and I look forward to seeing you there and you joining me. Thank you again, new subscribers and subscribers that have been with me from the beginning. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. Until the next time, bye-bye.